Okay, we are ready. So, welcome everyone to the Lily, Tilly, and the Universe podcast. Today, the title is Being Seen, What Does It Mean? And we came up with this topic because of an experience we had together last week in Zagreb. And the experience was very adventurous. And I think different themes of that day and evening were conquering fears, getting out of the comfort zone, how to deal with scary thoughts and fearful feelings, and also being of service to other people and putting yourself out there and not hiding. So, those are all the topics that we like to talk about in this podcast. And I hope it benefits you too into putting yourself out there. So, yeah, I can share a little bit of the experience shortly and then we can talk about it further. So we went on a mission to sing and to um, create an event for other people. And Lily had rented or got a yoga place from a friend, a space, and she got a guitar from another friend, and she made a Facebook event in which she wrote that I would sing mantras and Lily would also provide an evening with wisdom and sharing. So together we were planning this event, and then we were sitting in the yoga room in Zagreb, but no one showed up, which was not completely unexpected, but it was still a little bit of a disappointment. But then well, we walked away, and I think immediately Lily got a really clear message out of it, which I didn't even see. I was just still a bit excited, a little bit relieved secretly because I was actually just nervous, but we will talk about it later. And Lily wrote then to a friend, like, the lesson we learned is that you have to put yourself out there, connect with people, and not just make a Facebook event. And well, it can help for sure, but not wait for other people to show up, but really talk to other people and connect. Um, and the moment you showed me that message on your phone, I think I really felt that fiery energy, like, oh yes, you're right. You have to put yourself out there, send maybe emails or really show up in a bar if you want to sing somewhere and not be afraid. But that's also the scary part because it's actually a bit scary to put yourself out there. So then we decided we had to sing and play music somewhere. And then we went to a shopping mall, but we got sent away by the guard. So, but we kept going, and then we went to the central square of Zagreb, and I was first picking a place somewhere in the corner. And Lily said again, "No, you're hiding." So we're gonna sit in the middle, next to the statue, for people who know the center square. And there we played, I think, 30 minutes, and we made €2, but that's not the most important part. Uh, but we have beautiful interactions. I think even it was just a smile of people, and yeah, I really felt so amazing afterwards. But the whole process was quite a hassle. Well, between quotations, it was very beautiful experience. I don't know if you have something to add that you feel was missing to this description, or was it complete?
First of all, Tilly, I want to say it's so beautiful how you run an episode because, by the way, guys, who's watching now, it's first time that Lily is the one who is putting herself out as a leader of the podcast, and she started this episode, and she was
I lost you, or is
probably
my oh
so.
was frozen? Okay.
It's exactly. So, yeah, I just want to give you a bit of flowers.
Thank you.
And when it comes to the experience, um, you actually put everything into exactly how it was, because I felt disappointed that nobody came, but somehow I knew in my spirit that that's what is going to happen. And this perfectly aligns the lesson that we learn, perfectly aligns to what is happening now in my personal life. So everything is connected, and yeah, that's it.
Okay, great. Yeah, and indeed, me introducing this podcast is also a bit in relating to the topic of just trying and daring and not hiding. So, well, the topics that we like to address, like I said, is how to deal with these fearful thoughts and how to put yourself out there. And I can ask maybe Lily first. What are some thoughts that you had or still have that might hold you back from putting yourself out there, like on this square, literally, but also, of course, in your own business or.
Hmm. Actually, I was reflecting when you left. I had some reflective moments about the experience that we had, and uh, I feel till that I am in the state when I feel that nothing is stopping me anymore. I feel like and probably you can recognize in our dynamic that happened a week ago that I was the one like dragging, like, Tilly, you need to be in the spotlight. Let's go. Because that's what my soul is craving at the moment. Because my inner child really wants to be seen now. And that's why I feel that I don't have any resistance towards this idea. But one thing that I'm considering that it might be, and I'm still exploring my inner world, is that I feel that success is coming in my life personally, and as a result of me putting myself out there. And at times I find myself in fear of success, and I'm realizing that, oh shit, it scares me, really scares me, the idea that that's it, the worst is behind me, and now my true heart longings and desires are about to manifest. And sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I will be able to handle. So I sometimes procrastinate some things that I feel urged to do, or yeah, like procrastinate, or I just freeze. But it's the same. When I get overwhelmed, I have a tendency just to freeze. So I can recognize those bits and pieces of that. But in general, I'm ready to be seen, and I'm putting effort into that, into my personal life.
That's very interesting to hear. Just out of curiosity, so you reflected on this and then you realized, oh, it's actually, I'm so, uh, there's so much going to happen, and that's why I'm now freezing because you know success is coming. But is that consciously, or you just procrastinate and later on you realized, okay, that might be uh, because so much exciting things are coming? Because I never really thought of it that way.
Hmm.
That your ego maybe, or to use the word ego again, but maybe a bit fearful. I'm just
Yeah, my apologies. Just one big bug just flew by
oh,
me. I really don't like the vibration of its wings. Oh my god, he's on the
okay,
laptop.
shit.
Ah, shit.
And nu?
Look, why is he scaring me now? Like, what's the life purpose now for him to disturb me? Is it a message that I'm bullshitting? Or how is it connected with the topic of fears? Because now I am afraid.
Oh, yeah, indeed. Okay. Deep. Well,
Oh,
maybe I can share
no.
in, in the meantime. You you
Yeah,
want to
okay, I
get
will
rid of
shut
yourself?
myself. Yeah.
Okay. So, well, Lily just shared. Sorry, I'm distracted. That she actually has a lot of trust that she know there's a lot of good things coming. That why she may feel scared to put herself out there. That's a very interesting perspective. For me, it's mostly the reasons that were holding me back, and unfortunately still do. But well, I shouldn't say that. They're not here anymore. The old version of me was held back by thoughts that were like, I'm not good enough, or this is not for me, or I can't do this. Um, until you realize more and more that's all just bullshit. Negative thoughts are the opposite of truth. Um, and now I can tell that the more they come up, I know actually that I'm leveling up in vibration and in confidence. And that's actually a good sign in a sense. So if you want to achieve your goals and go for it, I think it's a really nice sign to see those fearful thoughts coming up, because they actually show you that you're growing and what you're not. That help us to take them less serious and to look at them lovingly, like, hey, thank you for showing me that's what's not true. Although sometimes I also still identify with it, unfortunately, but it gets better. Another helpful perspective, I think, to not take this fear seriously is a sentence or a quote I learned from a really wise guy called Bentinho Massaro, for those who know him. And he said, insecurity is actually arrogance. Now, this may sound a bit strange, but it's you are a divine, perfect being, and Source just wants to express itself through you in all creative ways. But you, with your mind, you go like, no, but I'm not good enough, and I cannot do this. So you're actually holding back uh, the flow of life that wants to come through you and the beauty that you are. So he says it's sort of, you can see it as arrogant to deny that perfection. And I think that helped me in a sense also to put my all those thoughts away. Like, hey, they're not me. I'm now disregarding God, you can say. And yeah, I think those are some tips and tricks maybe that can help to let go of the fear. So if you want to play on a square in Zagreb, you just have to realize that all the or whatever silly thoughts are not you. And yeah, that's my point on my perspective on conquering the fear and feeling fear. Then another topic. Oh yeah, this I want to ask Lily because I know she has a wise answer on this. In general, sometimes you feel fearful to do something, but it's actually maybe good for you to getting out of the comfort zone, or you feel a little bit of no, I don't want this, and sometimes things are actually not meant for you. Now I know some people find it hard to tell when is it a real no or when it's actually a yes in disguise. But I think you have a very clear answer on this, maybe.
Maybe, and maybe not, because I'm still not quite sure myself when it comes to this answer. Um, okay, let me see. How to know, how to distinguish when the fear tells a message that no, it's not for you, and when it tells a message that yes, it's for you, but you just feel insecure doing that. Is it the question?
Yes, perfectly phrased.
I would say the intuition. I mean, when something is for us or not for us, will tell us our intuition. And intuition, I would say, at least for now, how I understand that intuition is not fearful. Intuition feels calm. It says, like, okay, Lily, that's not for you, but it will not hold the frequency of fear. If there's a frequency of fear, I see it as a human ego, that arrogance that tells that no, you believe that you are not good enough, that's why you are afraid now and you're not going to do that. So that's how I see.
Nice. Yeah, that's a very clear answer. Um, yeah, so I think you also once phrased it like a peaceful no, but once there's a little bit of friction or resistance, you actually can tell it's a yes in disguise. Um, yeah, I think
for
I can. Yeah, you go.
for example, I now remember that um when it comes to a profession, when I was choosing which path professionally should I take, and one option, it was simply no, by the feeling that I don't want to do it. I had doubts that probably I wouldn't be able to pull it through or to make it successful, but it didn't feel scary at all. It was some kind of peaceful inner knowing that I don't even want that. It's not that I'm afraid, I don't even want that. But if there is something that I do want, and that's another tip. If my heart feels that I do want deep down, but I'm afraid of, then it's a message. Go for it. Like, I love, but. So everything after but must go, must leave, and we keep only but I love.
Nice. I just think that's a really helpful, clear answer. Yeah, yeah, I can relate a bit to this with our experience because first no one showed up in the yoga room. Twice we got sent away in the shopping mall, and I have to admit that both times I was first relieved, and then I realized, but wait, what is this feeling? I don't, I want to sing, so why am I fucking relieved? It's just this, well, ego that was happy to stay in the comfort zone. Um, so yeah, sometimes it's hard to tell because you can take that as a sign, like, oh, it's good that it didn't happen, but no, because then I realized, but I want this, I want this, and I love it. So yeah, it's sometimes you have to be really strict for yourself and analyze these feelings because it's easy to sort of accept this chill feeling of relief and then go home and watch TV or something. But we kept going, luckily, because the feeling after doing what you thought was scary is 20 times better than the relief you feel.
It's
And it turns out,
it's very rewarding feeling,
yeah,
right? After we
yeah,
went and we sat at the statue, and then it at the beginning it was kind of uncomfortable feeling, and even though I was enjoying being in the spotlight and it was my intention to be there, I was feeling your uncomfortability. But then I was like, in my mind, I was like, okay, but what can I do to change the frequency of energy, because I don't like to sit in that uncomfortability, discomfort. So I was like started because I was playing djembe, how you say djembe, yeah, the drum, and you were playing a guitar. So just started making an eye contact with you, just to let you know that, hey, I'm here, connect with me rather than with your fears. And the moment I put that intention, I looked to you, and immediately I felt how energy released, and it was more fun, it was more playfulness. And that was the moment when we earned those first 2 euros.
yes, yes, playfulness. I like that you used that word. Um, indeed, I think it was a good reminder for me also to, when you go for goals or put yourself out there, whatever, remember yourself just to play and make fun, most of all. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're gonna show something. Oh, you're on
And
mute.
I
Yeah.
want to, and now I want to show you guys. We saved those €2 as the biggest trophy ever. um, I hope you can see it. It's
It's
written
clear. It's
"Follow your
clear.
dreams." Ah, it's clear, and I put €2 here. So, and such a simple thing, right? €2 from somebody who just passed by, but it gave so much of energy, joy, laughter, excitement. Literally evoke that inner child within us, and that feeling was the best reward, not the money, but the way we felt.
Yeah, for sure. I can relate. I was not even totally not focused on that to happen. It was not our intention to make money that night. But when it happened, it was just this gesture of the woman. I really felt indeed that connection, and I was so surprised how it affected my positive energy. Yeah, I became very high afterwards. It was indeed an act of
Yeah.
love, as if you just connected with that person even more. So it was beautiful.
And hey, Tilly, she with her partner, they both were drinking coffee, smoking next to the trash bin, and they were just listening. They were just listening our music, and we provided a lot of pleasure. We added pleasure uh, to their moment. Yeah. So,
Yeah,
and
apparently.
that was her expression of gratitude for us. So
Mm.
what you felt and what I felt was her gratitude for the beautiful time that she was able to have because of our music.
Yeah, nice. That's a good reflection. Just to share with for people also who fight inner demons a lot. I can even tell you the thoughts that passed by my mind at the moment I was playing and I saw this couple. I even had this thought like, oh, maybe they're annoyed or like they don't like mantras. Probably that was even something that passed by. Yeah, I know how bad and how negative sometimes my mind can be. And then exactly that moment, she walked up to us and gave that. It was the universe showing me like, you know nothing and stop this negative bullshit, because it was the opposite actually, and that's always almost always the case. But sometimes this inner demons talking can be very annoying, but it's of course nice to less identify with it. So yeah, a beautiful result and ending to our experience. And I want to reflect on one last topic, and that is the act of being of service. And Lily also pointed this out to me that night. She said at some point, okay, but remember that you can also be of service with the singing. So not just think of, oh, this is Tilly and Lily, and uh, we have to present ourselves in a certain way, and people think this and that of us. But let it all go. So take your ego, you can say, out of the equation, or the concept of yourself, and just really, yeah, how do you say this? Channel source, or be there for yourself as the whole. So you can just share some words that might benefit people, or in this case, people actually had fun listening to it. So you're benefiting the world, and this being of service is yeah, something you can keep in mind also daily. Uh, of what is the intrinsic motivation that you do something, and it can benefit you in a way, because if you let go of this concept of self, also all the fears are gone, because the fears come from a me that is important and that wants to people to be liked, wants to be liked by people. Well, if that me story is not present, you open yourself up way more to authenticity, maybe. Yeah, just curious if Lily can add something.
Yeah, the concept of me comes from
Yeah.
separation, from
Hmm.
division. Because when we lose that connection to source, to spirit, then it's very easy to fall into those fears and separation that, oh, I am not good enough, people will not listen. Um, but do you remember, Tilly, exact question that I asked you, which made you reflect upon?
Wait,
There
that
was one
night?
question. When
Oh,
I came into this insight, when I told you that do it because of the connection to source and because of service, use your vessel to be in service rather than think about your ego and yourself. But do you remember exact question that I asked you?
no, I don't
Okay, I
think
will
so. No.
remind you.
Yes, please.
Remember, why are you doing what you love?
Oh, yeah.
Or
Yeah, yeah, this
remember,
kind of
why are you doing what you're doing? So what is your why?
because I love it, I guess.
And
And
where
I,
love comes from?
oh, whoa, that source, nice.
Yeah.
That's some
And
powerful
when you
insight.
cut that source, when you cut that connection to source, there's no more doing because you love than it's doing because I should ought or supposed to.
Whoa, that's really powerful. Yeah. Okay, I have to let
I
this
love
sink
you.
in for.
Yeah. Give yourself time. I love
Mm.
that pure, natural, authentic reaction because I
Mm.
also just I didn't know that it just came up naturally now from our conversation. For
Yeah,
me,
this
it's also
also makes immediately a clear distinction in some daily activities that or you have inspired action or action from force. And I think now that you say this, there is no should to or I have to, but just focus on where does it come from and why am I doing this. And yeah, it's a really powerful question to ask yourself. I think as a kid, I had this naturally. Yeah, if I look back on what I did when I was younger, it was always because of this reason. Oh, now I love to do this, and now I love to do that. And just in the years, there came more this experience of linear time, and I'm on my way to something, and I have to achieve this, and I have to present myself like that. And then you lose actually this connection to source, the playfulness, innocence. Um, and I think, yeah, it's of course good to have a goal and to go for it, but in pursuing that goal, keep in mind to play. And that's definitely what I experienced that night with you. It was on itself so complete just because of this playful energy and love. Um, so yeah,
and
I
if
feel
you
a bit off
know
topic now.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay. But if you noticed, I think we shared this with you that I noticed that during the whole weekend, everything was so much in the flow. Usually, I would be late for public transport, some schedule wouldn't be on time, but during that weekend, I was like, no, we are just on time for the bus. We are just on time to pick up the keys. We are just on time to come to prepare to sing. Everything was just flowing so fluently. So probably
True.
this how love frequency feels and looks like.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, that's really well said. It was indeed the definition of flow. Um, and I never really realized how much that affect also those daily experience, like waiting for the bus, because in a sense I always thought of it like, oh, I'm in a flow when I create or make music or write, but it's also everything. It wasn't this one big movement, super smooth. um yeah, so that's nice.
But now I started like I don't know which part of myself started arguing with myself now while listening, and I'm like, wait a second, Lily, but are you sure you want to believe that? Because you hear that those who are late, those people are the most creative people. They are doing what they love because they create a lot, and if you start believing opposites, Lily, you will lose your excuse that you are a creative person.
Wow. So fast, the
So
reflections.
my inner child was like, Lily, don't give up on that belief because you will lose the last excuse why you're late.
Nice. That's really nice.
That's okay, a little bit outside of topic, but yeah. Hmm. So, Tilly, if we could summarize, what does it mean for you personally to be seen? What would be your answer?
Hmm. To be seen. Well, to use this vessel to give to other people, but in a really selfless way, like really to share, just because you find it fun to do what you do. It can be speaking, dancing, singing, whatever. But that should be then the only intention, and not wanting something from someone else, but really, in that sense, giving. Um, and that's, yeah, I think
What
that's
does
then
it
to be
mean to
seen.
be seen?
Um,
I think
okay,
you
now
went
something
very
comes up.
wide. You went very wide. I have a feeling very
Yeah, yeah,
wide. If
true.
you could put it
Okay.
more into the simple.
Mm, yeah, I also find it a bit of a difficult question. Like maybe to be recognized. Well, recognized is not the right word, but to be
Why
appreciated
not?
for what you love to
Look,
do.
look. Let's do like this. Don't stop because something
Okay.
wants to come out from you, and you are not allowing.
Oh
Whatever
yeah.
comes, it's correct. Don't
Okay.
overthink. What? Continue.
To get recognition for the wisdom and creativity, love that you have to share, and feel like sharing out of joy, and to be recognized for that. That would
Yes.
be a
So
more
why?
simple way of
Yes, yes.
saying
So
it.
why wasn't it so why was it so uncomfortable for you to say? Because that's what I felt, or wasn't
Yeah,
it?
that's true. It was because it felt off. I guess I'm scared to say it as if there is some, as if it is wrong to want to be recognized. That's something that I think I have in my system. Don't know where it comes
Mhm.
from, but the fear to, yeah, maybe not be pure then or something, if I analyze it.
Mhm.
So, but it's indeed very strange, because the moment, it was good that you stopped me and asked me again, because that was really what was wanting to come up, and it felt better to say it like that.
Yeah, and you
Than
were
all the
putting so
weird.
much effort to run away from that which you want the most, and you were
Yeah, it's
shooting
really
yourself in
funny.
the foot.
Yeah.
And like, no, like on the clouds, butterflies and bubbles of clouds. Let's talk about that and run away from the truth of what my heart really wants.
It's true. Yeah, wow.
But
It's,
that's a very original form of hiding away, right? Inner
yeah.
child who like. No, I'm afraid to be seen because somebody told me that it's a sin to be seen.
Yeah, wow, yeah, that's a very good summarized how I think I felt. Mm.
But you did so well. You summarized so well. Bravo.
Thanks.
Second bucket of flowers for you today.
Nice. And then, yeah, I think we're almost at the end, but I also want to give the question back to you because I'm curious
And then
what
we
your
will
answer.
have a second question of what it takes. So first, what
Mm.
it means, and then what it takes. So for me, uh, it's the same as for you. To be seen for me means to be acknowledged for my talents and my passions and my love that I have to share with others, to be recognized for self expression, for what actually is the divine expressing itself through my physical body. And it speaks through my passions, through my talents, um, and I don't see any wrong, and I claim it and I own it tenfold that yes, I want to be seen. Yes, I feel good to be seen. When I feel seen, then the feeling is as if I can overcome whatever. There are no blockages, no nothing, because then I just can do whatever because people acknowledge that those qualities that I have that benefit not only me but others as well. So yeah, for me that's the same. Being acknowledged for all the best qualities that I have to offer.
Nice. Beautiful.
So then the next question, what does it take for you to be seen?
Well, it takes a lot of battles with inner demons, I feel, and reflecting and analyzing of why do you do certain stuff and say stuff, and pushing yourself forward in a fun and lovingly playful way, and perseverance. I feel that's a word that comes up, and also, yeah, being of service as we talked about. So letting go of the story. Um, that would be it for me.
Hmm. Okay, so actually, what I heard from you, very so much also fits my definition of what it takes to be seen. Um, I would just add that when we are in that divine flow, when we give ourselves a permission that it's okay to be seen, then we don't have even such thoughts that oh I need to do it for service, because now I felt something off in even in that you said that oh I need to be in service because otherwise I'm doing something wrong. But when I'm a full embodiment of my passions and my talents, then such thought doesn't even exist, because I'm doing it because I love, not because somebody else will benefit. Because again, if I say that I do it just for others, then I'm disconnecting again from the source. I'm disconnecting from love and from what I love doing. So I would say it's naturally included that we are always in service when we are doing what we love, because people feel the frequency of love when a person is doing what they love to do, and that it serves naturally. We don't need to put effort of any thought about it. So this and
Powerful
what
words.
else? Hmm. It comes from somewhere. Thank you, God. Thank you, Source.
Yeah.
It's not me, it's you.
Source talking to itself. Yeah.
Yeah. And what else? What else could that take? Yeah, it's taking inner dialogue, I would say, putting effort in, yeah, nurturing inner child, like having those dialogues with inner child. When inner child throws temper tantrums, telling that, no, I'm afraid I'm not going to do that. You will not sit me here and force me to play. I'm going to eat a pancake. Then just having a inner dialogue with that uh, child. That's why. Why do you feel the way you feel? Why do you think the way you think? Let's sit, let's talk, let's look at it. So yeah, it takes like inner work, I would say, that a part is overcoming fears. Something else wants to come out. Wait a second. Dedication, that's what comes up. Dedication to dedication and commitment to constantly showing up in my life. If I want to, okay, oh, okay, that's what comes. If I want to be seen, I need to commit to myself that I will, like, to give promise to myself that I will keep showing up for myself every single day, meaning that I will keep doing what I love regardless of the fear that I might face. So feel the fear and fucking do it anyway.
Nice.
That's
Yes, I love
from
that.
my side.
Amazing. Yeah, I remember from your card, one of your cards also, fuck fear, it lies in your face or something. That's
Yes,
also,
yes,
yeah, good to remember.
exactly. And I have
Okay.
some news before we leave to people who are watching. uh, Before closing, I want to share with you actually that this topic goes so much in alignment with what I am doing presently. And one of my loves and passions and my natural talents is guiding people back towards their true authentic self, helping them to go through emotional release, just learning to understand their own emotions and working with the mind, with the heart, with the spirit, and with the physical body as well. So, I am about to launch a group coaching program, like Mystic School. I call it more like a Mystic School. See yourself. In that course, in that program, we are going to learn how to see ourselves the way God sees us. So, yeah, I just want to invite you, and you will find the link somewhere in the description.
Sounds great. Then I want to thank people for watching. I hope, yeah, you could learn something from it. I did for sure. So thanks, Lily, for the conversation and always the words of wisdom. And it was fun. So that's what it's also all about. Playful. Then, yeah, I will end the podcast.
Clearly, and also I want to. She disappeared. She just fully disappeared. Tilly, come back to finish the podcast. I'm not done. Oh my god. Okay. As she left, I want to thank her for being such a great leader of this episode because I was really enjoying finally having some rest from being a leader. Yes, Tilly, you're here, so I'm finishing our
I thought
episode.
I ended, but I just kicked myself out. Okay, well, nice that you.
Funny. So yeah, I'm closing it up, and I was saying that I wanted to give. You see, that was your another very creative way of running from being seen because I wanted to give you the third bucket of flowers.
Wow, how does my body does this or something? It's strange. Continues you want to hide. Yeah. Okay. Or mind. I
So
don't know.
now,
However it's.
now feel that fucking fear and listen to me anyway. So, Tilly, I really appreciate that you took charge in this episode and you said yes to leading our conversation because, as we know, always I was the one who was leading, but also I enjoy doing that. And today I realized that, oh my God, I also enjoy being the receiver. I enjoy just sitting, relaxing, and answering the questions instead of being the one who asks and or the one who shares, only shares. So yeah, you gave me a beautiful present today, and also I'm impressed about how well you managed the first time because oh my god, it's your first time. Bravo! Third bucket of flowers.
Thanks, man.
Ta-da-da-dum, ta-dum!
Thank you. That's yeah, very nice of you.
So now we are ready to leave all of us together, and we're saying bye to each one of you, and see you in some next episodes. Ciao, guys.